The wonderful things about California. Pros and cons. Let's see if we can disagree or agree. Good morning, YouTube family. Very sunny out here and cold. Told you guys I was going to come back with a video. Let's talk about California. Not too long. Well, let's start off with some of the... I'm going to start off with the cons first. Okay. Or should I start off with the pros? I'll start off with the pros. How about that? Okay. The pros of living in California. You have beautiful weather. I will say that. A lot of people think of California as it has the perfect weather. It does. It really does. But it depends on where you live. I would say that it depends on where you live, because it's certain parts of California that can be super hot, where they have a lot of, they're prone to wildfires. You live more northern California. And it's weird. Certain parts of northern California gets a little hot too. But then in fall months, when it gets cool, you have to deal with snow. But I'm sure that's beautiful too. Okay. The scenery. Of course, when you move to California, you're absolutely paying for the scenery as well. Not just the weather, but you're definitely paying. Hold up, guys. What is this? You're definitely paying for the scenery as well. No lie. I mean, especially depends on where you're at. You see mountains everywhere, hills. It's very beautiful. I will say that it's very... California is just beautiful. I mean, because it's funny, because no matter where you live, you can drive one way. You'll be in the desert. You can drive another way. You'll be in the snow. You'll be able to go skiing. You drive another way. You're in perfect weather. I mean, it's so much of things to do in California. It really is. You have Coachella, where they do different events. I mean, California have a lot of things to do, and it's very diverse. It's a very, 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 very diverse city/state. And to be honest with you, I love it. You get to learn different cultures, and you get to eat a lot of different foods. I mean, I can go on and on. California definitely have a lot of pros within itself. But like I say, me coming back out here, it's still a lot of things that I'm learning about California as well. But for the most part, everything is starting off good. You know how you move somewhere, you might have a certain vibe about the place. Why I moved there, But I will say, no matter if you're coming from the south, you're moving from up north, it's a totally different vibe. It really is. It's definitely a totally different vibe that you have to get adjusted to. But for the most part, it's pretty nice. I mean, I'm in the San Diego area, and literally, no matter where you drive to, because San Diego itself is in a desert, basically. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful city. It has just as much of things that be going on, just like LA, which LA is probably about, I think it's about 2 hours. It's say an hour and a half, but I think it's about 2 hours away, maybe longer with traffic. Yeah. I'm trying to think of more pros. I guess that was it for its pros. Like I say, it's a lot of stuff to do, no matter what city you're in. Now, if you live in the more deserter cities, the more country towns that are pretty much like further, I would say more northern California, that's when you see a lot more trees, more. It kind of give you the vibe of the southern living a little bit, with not oak trees, of course, but just trees in general give you more of that southern type living, more countryer, And I think that's what a lot of big cities, depends on more outskirt you live. you do see more trees, and they give you that country, quieter feel. Some people like that. You know, me, I'm not a country girl. I'm not really too into too much of slowness. I kind of like a city and a state that's kind of fast paced a little bit. Um, okay, I think that's enough of the pros, which was pretty good pros. If I forgot any pros, hey, you guys leave a message if I'm leaving out some good stuff. But for the most part, I'm glad to be here. I love it. Like I said, the weather is good. It's just right now we're in the fall time, so it is a little bit cold. A lot of flu season, is kicking in. A lot of people are getting sick. Okay, now let's start off with the cons. I'm sure a lot of people will agree. Now, I grew up in the South. Okay, usually if you paying, let's just say 14, 15, 16, 1700 for a 2-bedroom in the South, you living damn good. I mean, that probably be a big old house you renting out, a huge townhome, all the necessities you have. Not in California. You could be paying $1,500 in California, and you're going to get twice the size of what you had in the South. Okay, you might have granite countertop in the South, but you might not get that for $1,500 in California. I forgot what they call that other stuff that look like granite, but it's not. But it won't be no real granite. Okay. Another dilemma, a con. A lot of apartments out here don't have AC. Now, I've heard of that before, especially in San Francisco by the Bay Area. It stays cool, so a lot of apartments, they're not really required to have AC or heat. Here in California, you do have heat, which you really don't need it. They don't have AC, which scared the hell out of me at first, because I was like, well, wait a minute, when it get hot, what am I burn? What, me and my child gonna be just hot in the apartment? But people was assuring me that no, certain parts of California, it stays cool. And sure enough, when I was getting a tour into the apartment, I literally did not pay attention to whether they had AC or heat. I really thought they did. I mean, I was just looking at different things, other than checking out for AC or heat. And I literally thought the damn AC was on. I swear to God, that's how cool it was in the apartment. And sure enough, it didn't have AC. It had heater, but not AC. And sure enough, since I've been living in my apartment, it has been just extremely, extremely comfortable. Literally with no AC. I wouldn't have never I mean, let me tell you something. When you're living in the South and your use of certain necessities, when you don't have it, you do appreciate, when you had it. And then you appreciate you kind of miss it, but then you appreciate what you had. But it's kind of weird here in California. You really don't need AC or heat. And I used to always look at YouTube videos of people living in mobile homes and what they call that on the outskirts, where they live in with no electricity. It's on the tip of my tongue. I forgot what you call that. But I used to wonder how people can live without all of that stuff. But the weather here in California, you really don't need it. In the South, my electricity bill used to be between $200 and $300 a month. Sometimes that was even without even running the AC. All the heat sometimes, but it was weird stuff. But here in California, my AC bill literally has been no higher than $120. My recent electricity bill is $82, guys. $82. I have never in my life seen a $82 electricity bill in my life. Oh, that's another kind too. Another pro. I'm sorry, it's still early. That's another pro too about California. Your bills will be cheaper. Your rent will be high, but your utilities will be cheap as shit. Okay, now back to the cons. In the South, usually when I'm going to get groceries and stuff like that, I don't care if I'm getting $200-$300 worth of groceries. I'm used to having, them putting my stuff in a bag. Out here, oh no, sweetie, you have to pay for bags. They will literally ask you, do you need bags? When I first heard that question, do I need bags? Don't bags come with your stuff? No, not in California. It's 10 cents per bag. I say, damn. But when you think about it, Oh, it's just 10 cents. Shit, that 10 cents add up when you're trying to be on a damn budget buying groceries. So I say, wow, you have to buy bags. I don't care if you go to a gas station and you buy some milk and some other things. You have to buy bags. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm okay. I'm literally okay with buying bags, but damn, bags really? You know, I'm kind of going back and forth with the pros and the cons because I just came up with another con about California. The taxes is high as shit. Your grocery bill, your groceries is much higher. I didn't see it at first, but I started, I had a few old receipts. Weird shit. I had a few old receipts from back when I was in Georgia. I had found like 3-4 old receipts in a few of my purses. And I was looking at some of the same items that I buy. And you're going to spend at least a good $25 extra on groceries here in California. It's weird, but it's so true. The taxes is high. Hell, I think, and this is, I'm still on the con area. I know I'm going back and forth because I'm like I said, I had to think about things as I was going. Even when you go to like a Chick-fil-A, a McDonald's, a restaurant, some of the same, food type items that you are used to buying, they're going to be slightly higher here in California. And I think that's due to the taxes. The taxes are a little bit higher versus in the South, Okay, now maybe back. Okay, I think I'm switching back. I'm going back to the pros. Going back to the pros now. No. I'm going back to the cons. I'm sorry, y'all. It's still early in the morning for me. And then I'm about to go in this gym anyway. I'm actually parked in front of the gym, but I just kind of wanted to get this video out the way. Because it was on my mind, basically. Another con about... Okay, no. This is another con. The traffic can be kind of crazy sometimes, but when you think about it, that's any state. Depends on what time, people getting off, school traffic, it just varies. People do speed out here. Ooh-wee. See, when you coming from the South, you used to that kind of slow, mellow, I'm taking my time to get to where I need to go. Not in Cali. They don't have time for you to be thinking which lane you're trying to get in, driving slow. No, you need to get your butt from out their way and move. But I've been here 5 months now, and I think I'm starting to drive just as fast as them. If you're using the GPS and you lost, you need to stay in the far right lane. Don't get in the middle or the left lane. You will get damn near ran over. But in a way, I kind of like it, though. I had to get adjusted to it, but I kind of like the fast speeding because that kind of helps me get to where I need to go. Even when there is traffic, people are not just driving slow. They're actually trying to move. So it's traffic, but the traffic actually moves versus in the South, when there's traffic, everybody is just stuck. And then you have them cars where if it's traffic, then I'm going to drive even slower. That shit used to piss me off in the South. So I kind of do appreciate the speediness of here because if I know I have less than 10 minutes to get to work, I know them 6 cars in front of me, they going. We moving versus in the South. Oh, boy, I'm going to be late. I might as well pick up the phone and, call. Man, I'm just rambling thinking about pros and cons, kind of like back and forth. I think the only other con I could think of is like certain necessities, like stores wise, that you're used to in the South. Like say for instance, Planet Fitness. They don't really have too many Planet Fitnesses out here in California. It's more of this gym called Crunch. I've never heard of Crunch before, but it's a real popular gym. Kind of similar to a Planet Fitness, but they're more popular here in California than a Planet Fitness. I like Crunch. It seems like it's a smaller gym than Planet Fitness, but it's cool. It's cool. Let me stop saying But far as Planet Fitnesses, you will find them here, but you got to drive so far out, and I don't have time to be driving 15, 20, 25 miles to no Planet Fitness. It's just not that serious. So I went ahead and opened up me a new account with this gym, and it's a pretty cool gym. It's small. It don't have ceiling fans. I'm used to a gym that at least have ceiling fans. I'm not sure if all of them like that, but I think with a gym, you need ceiling fans. I understand you have a fan on the machine, but that can only blow so much. I need a fan above my head, okay? While the AC is running. So, but other than that, the gym is cool. The gym is cool. But for the most part, California is okay. Child, I'm looking at something where it looked like a doggone coyote. I thought that was a damn coyote. That is a dog. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they have coyotes out here. Hey, it depends on where you live. You know, you might live in a home or apartment complex where the back area is kind of wooded. So coyotes are very common out here. Yes, they are. Very common. I wouldn't trust them type of animals. But I'm trying to think of some more pros and cons. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Okay. Another, I will say, this is another con. This is another huge con. When you're purchasing a home in the South, or maybe South going towards the East Coast, buying a home, say for instance you bought a home for like $250,000, $350,000, you would damn near get a mansion, okay? But you still can get a house in the South for $120,000. Hell, you can get you a nice piece of property for $80,000 in California. Ain't no such thing. Ain't no realistic of getting a home that cheap. Most homes look like they start off at $400,000 and up. And I know to some people in the South, it's like, what the? Like, who can afford a house like that besides someone like a lawyer, doctor, someone who won won a lottery or something like that? But no, we going back onto the cons list. In California, buying a house that looked like it would have been between $90,000 to $150,000 would be $500,000 here. Unbelievable. I didn't really believe it too much, but once I got here and started driving around and looking at real estate and stuff like that, because I did say I want to purchase a house eventually out here, because I had a house in Texas and I sold that one, which was, it was a great opportunity, something that I've experienced buying my first home. So now I want to buy a home again here in California. So I was like, okay, well, let me try to look for a house maybe $300,000, but buying a house $300,000 in the South is like, whoa, but out here it's normal. It's normal. So I was like, wow. So out here, I will say out here, you do need, out here, in California, it will make you feel like you need some type of second income. A lot of people have roommates. A lot of people rent their homes out to people who have contract jobs, and they're out here like for a certain amount of months or something like that. Or pretty much if you have a spouse. So I say to myself, okay, well, either I'll luck up and get a house myself, or the Lord put a good husband in my life and we get the house together, which would be, even easier. It will happen. It will happen. But for the most part, I don't mind renting. I'm okay with renting. I really am. I don't feel like dealing with the responsibilities of a house right now. Anyway, I've been there. It gets stressful when shit goes wrong with the house. I need a break from that. Really do. Yeah. Oh yeah. So property tax, all that stuff is just very high out here in California. And I will say, living out here, you're paying for the name. Especially the neighborhood where I live at. It's a beautiful area. Real beautiful area. It's like no matter where I drive, you see a beautiful scenery. Like I'm looking to, well, probably not to you guys, but I'm looking to my right, I'm looking in the middle, and I'm looking to the left. And I see beautiful palm trees. I can see the mountains far away. So this neighborhood where I live at, you see that scenery. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the scenery. When it's not cool, the weather is just right. You're paying for that weather. So I do believe it. Being in California, you are paying for the scenery, you're paying for the weather. Oh, yes. Is it worth it? It is if you can afford it. I will say that. If you're lucky enough to land a damn good job out here, and that's another thing. Before moving to California, you have to have a decent job. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna move out there, $1,000 budget, and try to stay in a hotel." A hotel depends on where you're at. You might can afford a motel on the outskirts of whatever city, because it's pretty expensive. It really is. So you got to have your T's crossed and your I's dotted before moving here. You have to kind of do your research on different apartments, different areas where you want to stay before coming to California. You have to have things set in place. Or if you know someone who you could stay with, a family member, a friend, and maybe they can help you out with low rent or charge you nothing till you're able to get on your feet. That's a good thing too. I will say that. That's a good thing too. So yeah, guys, that was just kind of like my pros and cons. I'm sure I do have some more pros and cons. My mind is kind of moving fast. I'm trying to hurry up and get in this gym. So I'm thinking too fast. I should have wrote this stuff down. That's what I should have did. But, I guess that's it for now. Maybe in another video talking about something else, maybe I kind of add some more in. But I'll probably write them down. But for the most part, that's really it. The pros and cons kind of weigh itself out a little bit. But other than that, it's a really good place to be. California is a really nice place. And like I say, you're definitely going to pay for the Californian living lifestyle. Now, I used to hear some people say, "Oh, everybody who live in California, they want to be a size 3, they want to be super fit, and this and that." Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Moving to California, you definitely see people take their workout serious here. I mean, women and men. I mean, you see people. Literally, you see people with workout clothes all the time. I literally see women all the time with tights and a workout shirt and a hat. Sometimes that's like the normal thing I see in Walmart. But you can tell either they just left the gym or, they're just confident within their bodies and, they want to put on their workout clothes and that's fine. But yes, I will say being in California, it do really mentally put you in that state of mind. Like, I have to get my body where it needs to be. I want to be fit. And just, not just for the outside, but for the inside as well, because health issues become serious as we get older. Diabetes, high blood pressure, all that plays a big factor. And some people think that they need to start working out when their weight start getting out of control, when they start having high blood pressure and high cholesterol, and when they develop diabetes, no, you need to take care of that stuff now, early on. I'm 39, just made 39. And I say to myself, okay, getting close to 40. Yes, you really got to take your health serious, which throughout a lot of my videos that you guys seen, I've always been back and forth to the gym. But, it gets real once you pass 40, 45, 50, 55. It gets real. So you got to take care of your health early on in your youthful years. So that way, when you do get close to 50 and up, you don't have to work out like crazy, So, this was just a pros and cons video, just a, rambling at the mount video. That's about it. So yeah, let me get my butt in this gym, and I also got to check out this tire. I don't know why I say low pressure. Oh, I hate when you hit a pothole. A pothole can cause a tear in your tire, the seals, something to go wrong. That's a whole nother issue. But anyway, yeah, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Let me go hit this gym up, because the more I sit in this car, it will make me lazy. So yeah, guys. 2020, whatever goals you guys decided, whatever New Year's resolutions you guys decided to do it. Don't hesitate. Don't come up with excuses. Do it. That's all I gotta say. Do it.